Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now the rookie from Alabama, it's Bo Scarborough. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The linebacker, Junior Gillette, in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They go play action with Jackson. Being chased out left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This is Scarborough. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Leopard! Leopard! Over!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it a second down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Leopard!
Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Jackson now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while, believing with the Hutchinson Junior College, before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
0-2, 0-2. Ready. Ready. Get set.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean...
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Got it!
Breeze hands to England. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. So he got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to let this one go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
All right, now look at 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Ravens passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On second down, Jackson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Ravens on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it, because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
Got it.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey. Got 3 down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Play action. Now Jackson. Stepping up. He'll try and run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They run. This is Scarborough, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll get it up the middle. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Bo Scarborough with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ready? You ready? 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now Breeze lost the football. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, it's Rivera. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On the move to his left. And he's got some space here. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
From midfield, here's Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw, it's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready? You ready?
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21, 21.
Breeze to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Breeze again. And this is Central Florida's Traquan Smith, his first NFL catch. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. There's Scarborough on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Ravens on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 11.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs.
Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays with.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Bo Scarborough with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Under.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now Breeze. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tim Williams leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
11.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Buying time to his left. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And down he'll go at the 25. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. It's Scarborough again. And some room to roam now. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Scott breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Boston Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens add on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Saints on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, now Breeze. Flushed out right. He'll let it fly in the direction again, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They try again with Scarborough. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Last stop.
The Ravens on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll try the left side. Scott. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Get set. Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here we go with Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
He wasn't ready. Kill. Watch tight end. Tight right.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Yellow lady.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Tony Jefferson.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Scarborough. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 2nd down now, Scott, look at the spin, and he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
The Ravens on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Over. Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready, what's up?
To throw is Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Leopard! You got 4.
And they take a knee. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Ravens, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with